fuck, boy.
You like that? You like that? I like that.
That is very offensive.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of TACT Lab, where four guys sit down and talk about pretty much anything. I'm Tyler, and like always, I'm surrounded by three friends. To my right, I have Chris. Chris, how are you?
Doing good. Just going to say happy anniversary to everybody.
And what would that be celebrating?
The 79th anniversary of Pearl Harbor attacks.
Mm-hmm. Wow. R.I.P.
Yep.
to all those lost souls.
The kamikazes.
Kamikazes.
Are we still mad at the Japanese?
Oh, yeah, in this area we are.
Oh, depends.
Do you boycott Japanese steakhouses?
No.
I love them.
And I
Yeah,
grew
they're
up on
great.
Sony products.
You're like, serve me.
It's payback.
We stole the secrets of sushimi.
Except actually Mexicans that make me my Japanese food.
That's true. It's hard to tell the difference.
Yeah,
When you go to the express
one?
ones.
every one of them you go to. You can't fool me.
Mm-mm.
I know my Orientals.
Chris, I have a question for you.
Yo,
What's your tomb nickname?
my tune nickname?
Tomb.
Tomb.
Like a crypt.
Well, at first I was going to say W2. And then I was going to say mongoose. But then you guys told me it had to be biblical.
It doesn't. You can be whatever you want.
Oh.
But if it's biblical, what is it?
Literature also.
Literature?
Literature figures.
Damn.
I
right.
was just going to say go for it.
Now I'm going to be Achilles.
There you go.
All right.
Achilles.
Because you got a strong Achilles heel.
Sure.
All right.
It's hard to spell as well.
Across from me, I have Thomas,
Yeah.
who's repping the big Carolina Panthers today.
I like the hood up.
Oh, you like the hood up better?
Yeah, man.
Made you look like
You had a little...
you were about to spit out mom's spaghetti.
I'm not going to.
No, you got like a little H3 going over there.
Oh, fuck those people.
No, he's taking the hood down.
Fuck those people.
Oh, how are you?
Good. I figured out why Mexico has never won the Olympics.
Why?
Because all the people that can run, jump, and swim are in America.
Oh!
Questionable material. So
I think it's fine.
You've never heard... I like how this is like the first time supposedly I've heard this.
It's not a new joke.
I've heard this since like 1999 when I met the first Spanish person in middle school.
Because 1999 is the first
First year
time
to
they would let
Spanish.
them.
Oh,
come
you
to
just think
middle
about it.
school.
When did you meet a Spanish person the first time? Middle school.
Middle school.
Black person the first time?
It was
Fourth grade, third grade,
That's
elementary school.
it was third or fourth grade.
kindergarten for me.
Bill Clinton's second term.
It was that one
NAFTA.
girl.
Yeah, okay,
One girl.
that's when the walls of segregation in North Carolina were finally broken. Middle school.
Remember one time I got one of the Spanish kids to autograph my yearbook, and he started writing down his social security number. I was like, all right, dude.
I don't know about that. It's probably not even his.
Yeah, he's probably writing down his neighbors.
It's his address, but he thinks it's his social.
I'm more impressed that Mexico's never been in the Olympics.
It's just a joke. They've been in the Olympics. I'm gonna put this back
Probably
down.
like
It's hot.
throwing oranges at a Dunkin' booth.
So they would win that one.
What's your nickname? Your tomb name?
Unknown.
Okay,
Okay.
rep it.
I don't know it.
How are you, Alex? You're right to my left. How are you?
Pretty good. Chris stole my thing about Pearl Harbor.
Dang, really?
You can talk about it.
I'm kidding.
Everything
Rest in
else.
peace. Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Right. Respect to the military.
All right.
I mean, seriously, yeah, respect.
Yeah, especially
like,
those
don't-
guys like in
Yeah.
the movie. You guys ever seen the Pearl Harbor movie?
Yes.
Guys like sticking their hands up, and all they can do is get oxygen through their fingertips as they die.
Oh,
It's terrible.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oxygen through their fingertips.
He's a chef in both movies. That one in
That's
them.
terrible, man. Can you imagine dying in your
Okay.
hands? Can you imagine drowning and your left hand is dry? It'd be terrible.
Yes.
I guess that's
Think about
better
it.
than other things
But
being
you're
dry.
just like, man.
That's what air
It's just
feels
so,
like.
Like
You're
your left
so
hand
close.
is like, this is so sweet.
You're so close, but you're just so far away.
His
at
well,
the
that's
same
where you would
time.
you would make a bubble and go.
That would be some MacGyver shit.
if you were the
You're
guy
on that
that-
real MacGyver shit.
If you're the guy that had webbed fingers.
You start grabbing everybody else and sucking the air out of them.
There was air in that hole somewhere that you could find. a
Fighting
pocket.
down there. Give me your oxygen. Holding their mouth shut.
Just put your lips to the hole.
You're knocking guys out and stealing
No,
their air from
no.
their lips.
You get the guy that's really hardcore. He's just knifing people, pulling their lungs out, just like ripping lungs off
Just
them,
suck that.
and squeezing the lung air into his fucking face.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Or he's
Yeah.
just like Sonic, just hitting the bubbles.
You're gonna take about 7 lives before you finally succumb to the no more bodies down there.
That you murdered your whole
yeah,
shipmate. You
Your whole
climb out and
fucking-
a plane just dive bombs right into you.
You murdered the whole engine room just so you could live an extra 5
That way
minutes.
you open it,
Yep.
get out and an explosion melts you.
Yeah, you died some other way.
Can you imagine though being the guys that held their hands?
They're gonna die anyway,
Like you got a
Oh,
hand
the
sticking
hands
up,
are up.
and you're just like holding it.
except for the one guy
It's
that
like,
got a
It'll
high
be
five.
okay, brother. Just slip on over.
He just
Yeah,
puts a
there's
slice of
that.
pizza in his hand.
Best thing to do is comfort the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hands up there. There's like
I was
I
gonna
don't know about
say.
that. He started looking, sucking his finger.
Joe Biden.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you crawl out of the hole and you actually get shot by the friendly fire. The guy with
Yeah.
the machine gun going wild,
'Cause,
like
like-
trying to hit the airplanes driving in between ships.
Because like you're underwater so much, your face gets wrinkly, so your eyes distort. And
I
you
was-
get out and get blasted.
I was
Friendly
just,
fire!
I was just saying that this guy's just fucking haphazardly shooting everything, trying to hit Jap ships or Jap planes that are flying between ships. But Alex, what's your tomb name?
Nimrod.
Nice. Nimrod is it's not really fitting. Nimrod is normally reserved for stupid people. I wouldn't account.
It's taken away from your tomb name.
I know.
You can keep it.
Nimrod's evil Abraham. What the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Nimrod
Is
goes
it?
further back, man.
Yeah, Nimrod's in the Bible.
It's lost that meaning though in American current like modern day American like
Okay.
culture
Yeah, like saying fag or
or
Right.
used to
idiot.
be smoking
Or
or,
s-
gay.
or
and
stupid.
it used to be
Nimrod.
happiness.
Yes.
Yeah. Blame the 2000s for that.
I think that happened before then.
Just Chris.
Okay. Well, how are you?
I'm good. I would say mine. I would choose Griffin just because I like the name. No personal connection to a flying eagle at all. I just like Griffin.
Peter.
There's Peter Griffin. There's Gryffindor. There's the flying eagle with the huge claws.
No, you gotta specify because Griffin is spelled differently between both of those.
Griffen. Griffen. Griffin.
Maybe I'll prefer the one with the Y spelling.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, like
because that's the like half lion, half eagle.
is that the
Yeah.
one you're like? I'm the sword of Gryffindor.
Well, no, when I say Griffin, I just imagine a big ass bird flying, but I don't attribute my name
See,
to
I
that.
imagine-
Should went with a chimera. That's a little cooler.
It is cooler.
Yeah, or
I'm
Cthulhu.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I got my sword.
Cthulhu.
And I'm about to stab.
Like on a tier of like mythical beasts, Griffin's like last.
Yeah, I'm over here
Yeah.
like stabbing Grindelwald, who's not Johnny Depp anymore.
Mad Mickelson's.
The Griffins were in Lord of the Rings.
Griffin's like a pet that Nimrod would shoot.
Yeah, of course your character would shoot a Griffin.
Probably eat them.
Okay.
Well,
Balrog versus Griffin. Who you got?
the one that was in the cave.
Yeah, Balrog versus
Yeah.
Griffin. It had fucking flame wings.
So are we saying these are what
1v1 me.
this is what Gandalf rode on the back of to
Yeah.
save Frodo?
Well, technically that was a giant eagle.
No way he falling
What
down.
do you think
the,
a Griffin is?
It's not a giant eagle.
No, a griffin's part eagle, part like lion or something.
Balrog's that giant demon he fought and died with.
Yeah.
That would kill a Griffin.
You just said a Griffin was a flying.
Yeah,
That's not it.
Was
Yeah,
a,
Tom,
was
That
a,
ain't right.
that's a nice looking griffin.
What the fuck is
Look
that?
at his face.
he's a DJ. Griffin should be
There
There
we
you
go.
Yeah, it's part eagle, part lion.
the back half is a lion.
Yeah.
So you can mount it.
What's the benefit of having a back half as a
Can't
lion?
jump.
So you can mount
I'd
it.
want
Yeah.
I want this to have a lion head,
That's a chimera, right?
but
Look at a chimera.
Yeah, what's-
eagle body, lion head. So you have
That's
the
a chimera.
you have the jaw power of a cat.
What the fuck is that?
Whoa.
Search eagle body.
There you go.
Yeah.
Search eagle body lion head.
You're right. A Belrog would win.
That's not a sphinx, is it?
A Belrog can't spit fire though.
Look at that bad boy.
What is that called? Oh, it's a griffin.
Oh, I said it
Oh,
backwards.
Gryphon. What?
It's a different form of griffin, I guess.
Oh, look at the lion head.
That's mythical right there.
Dude, it's got a scorpion tail and bat wings.
That one's got 3.
So
Anyways.
a Belrog can't spit fire. It just has like a hot mouth, right? Or can a Belrog spit
It's
fire?
essentially a giant demon monster.
Yeah.
I can against spew fire.
I don't know how a griffin would even combat it. I mean, a griffin would just stay away. Maybe it would tear away with claws and.
Like Balrogs are like
know.
next step to a god in the Middle Earth.
Yeah, it's a poor man's Baphomet.
Yeah. So what does that mean? What is?
If that was considered real.
I just forgot about the.
It would kill everything here except Gandalf.
Well, it was defeated. It was defeated by Gandalf. So what does that make Gandalf? God?
Well, technically,
he's a son of
Yeah.
Well, if you in the lore,
Yeah.
he is a god.
and technically he did pierce it and then put it into a river, so he extinguished its flame.
I guess if you're a turtle, you can probably beat it
Yeah.
and shoot water at him.
Yeah, you gotta think like Balrog is Charizard, so if you get Squirtle against him, you'll be fine.
Man, Pokemon cards are all the rage right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck did fucking those? What did the Pauls do to the Pokemon game?
I don't know. but
Jake Paul and the other one of the Pauls put.
Oh, he got a fake card and
Yeah,
spent
but-
10K on
But
it.
it put Pokemon on the map.
I'm gonna
again.
have to find mine.
find them. You're probably sitting on a fortune right
Probably
now.
sitting on
That
nothing.
Whoopi guy bought a whole box of the jungle set.
Yeah.
Remember when that came out?
Yo, I remember buying Jungle Set from the dollar store because they had so many of them.
The Penguins guy on YouTube. He's a commentator. He also opened up like a first edition something and fucking made some. Has a very worthy card. So
It ain't worth nothing until somebody gives you money for it.
Right. It's like speculative.
Like
money.
if you just like, I got this Charizard worth $500K. Sure, buddy.
It's
Oh, yeah,
only
like
worth
the-
what someone give you. That's what my fucking grandparents say.
Which is true.
It's only value. It only has a value as much as the collector
It's
will pay.
100% true for collectibles.
Chris,
It is. I agree.
find your cards, bring them in so we can look through them.
It was like this thing right here is like, yeah, that's like $500 sitting on the table, but
It's
am I
nothing.
going to find someone that's going to pay that for it?
The fingers
Probably not.
you broke the fingers.
Dude, I remember
Now you're getting shushed.
I remember buying Japanese packs from the store that used to be Hot Topic in Carolina Mall.
Yeah, those are worthless.
Yep.
Bring yours in. We'll go through
I
them.
remember getting made fun of though. Like I pulled one and it was like a shitty trainer card, and some kids were like, "Oh, it looks like you got something good." Not.
And now you got frat boys
You
like
got fucking
Logan Paul
roasted.
buying
Yeah,
them.
I got roasted as like,
He had comedic timing on that one.
and then I went and bought another pack and pulled like a Mew, and they were like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Suck it now, boys."
Okay.
I just remember that. That was like a highlight of my year 11.
You can get that movie edition, the limited edition, the Mew or whatever
Oh, the ancient Mew or whatever.
that came out
I
when you
remember
went to
that.
go see the movie.
It was so big. They sold Pokemon cards on QVC.
Pokemon was big.
Yeah.
It still is.
It's getting. I think it's actually bigger.
It's
now
having a
because of-
resurgence again.
Yeah. Well, the reason I asked about tomb names, not tune, but tomb,
Yep.
like a crypt. We're doing. What are we doing, Alex? What's our goal today to talk about?
We are doing the Skull and Bones,
Skull and
the
Bones.
Yale Society that we're going to talk about.
Yes.
The Yale Society?
They yell at each other.
Like,
Founded at Yale,
kind of Yale.
from Pistol Waving, New Haven,
Oh.
Connecticut.
Connecticut. How do you really
Connecticut.
say it?
Connecticut.
So,
There's those
Connecticut.
assholes up there that say Concord.
Yeah, Concord.
Oh yeah, you got to get your own way down to Concord.
You say pass the jelly and they all faint.
Pass the
Remember that
jelly.
commercial?
how you like them
Pass the
apples?
jelly.
You don't remember that commercial from like jelly? They were like pass the jam, and then one guy's like, "Pass me the jelly," and they all faint.
Well, technically, jam and jelly's two different things, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Technically,
So,
how about some preserve? You know some of that?
I don't like any of it. so
jams,
it's
jellies,
fine.
and preserves are all three different things.
I don't
somehow.
eat jams or jellies, so it's fine.
Well, you use sorghum or molasses.
You don't eat potato salad either.
Don't eat anything. What do you eat? Burgers and
He eats bran,
Dino nuggets and
cardboard bran.
Dino nuggets are good.
I haven't-
you eat healthy cereal?
No, I eat Count Chocula.
Yes, that's
That's
exactly
the only
right.
cereal he eats.
That's exactly right. You eat
Yeah.
Count Chocula and French fries.
That's it.
It's like I eat 5 pounds of potatoes per day. You got to keep this physique
Do
looking
your children
fresh.
eat
Polish?
chocolate or anything else?
They eat other stuff. I got a Minecraft cereal in there. They eat
Boiled cabbage.
cinnamon toasted crunch. They
Boiled
eat,
cabbage.
that's
is
all
amazing.
great choices for kids.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're not going to eat fucking Cheerios.
Cheerios are awesome.
Honey,
just haven't
honey nut's
fe-
really good too.
Yeah,
You
cut
haven't
up a
figured out how to
banana in
make them
there?
sweet. Yeah.
Okay, y'all get, yeah, okay.
I thought we were going to do an episode.
We have
we're doing an
kids.
episode
You're-
on
you're like, you have
scratch
kids.
the skull and bones. We're going to go right into Thomas and foods he don't eat.
And why he's a bad parent.
If you want to get a bad parent, call somebody.
Oh no. Yeah, let's call her. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Skull and Bones, but they have a better name. Well, to me, I like
Better
it.
name?
The Brotherhood of Death. It's pretty sweet. Their whole
Eating?
idea around the society is just death in general.
Yeah. Morbid. They're like edgelords.
They love the idea of death, just being right there.
So they want to be Satanists, but they're not.
They want to see how high they can climb, how far they can get before death. Doors they're just knocking on death's door the whole time, and so it's almost a goal to see how far they can get in life before they reach that end goal of death. So,
Yeah. I like the symbol they had. It looked like something used in the movie The Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's like a pirate skull with crossbones.
yeah,
It's very generic.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
do you guys know that there's the numbers, the 322?
Mhm.
You know that? You know why?
Why?
It refers to 322 BC.
BCE.
BC, before Christ.
Wow, before Common Era.
When
Before communism.
I have it here. When Athens lost the Lamian War and had to dissolve its democracy, a new plutocratic government allowed only wealthy Athenians to remain citizens.
It's only the 9th largest government in the world.
Wow, dude, that's like way before Cleopatra died.
Do we not acknowledge it as a ocracy anymore?
I don't know. There it is.
There you go.
So what does that tell you guys? That they are
Pluto.
believing? It's a planet joke.
What gods do they believe?
Well, I don't know. That doesn't ever talk about gods. I mean, I would imagine you could still be religious in this
Yeah.
society.
Maybe they were like on some gods.
No,
No, I think they have religious freedom in there. Like, you can believe or not believe anything.
Oh, like the Freemason. No, wait, no.
Freemasons, you got pledged
You
to a
actually
god.
have to have a god, yeah.
Yeah, this is more of like a money and power type of thing. It's more of a grooming
Yeah.
than anything.
I think you could be the individual that you are. You just have to devote your life to the society. But
Yes.
you can be whoever you want to be as long as you keep your beliefs in the society true and secretive. Like, you don't share the beliefs, you don't share the rules, you don't share anything. And that's it. I think you could believe in whatever you want to believe. I've even read where they were starting to let women in.
92, yeah.
Yeah,
And then some
did let
gay
women
Fought
in.
against it, though.
And actually some African Americans
Mm-hmm.
they were invited in. And I believe some
Well, you have to grow.
homosexuals.
You have to grow with the times.
I thought
mean,
all of them did gay stuff.
It's
They-
questionable. They don't do gay stuff.
they weren't gay, Chris. It was a form of bonding and brotherhood.
Yes.
When you're deep inside another man, you get a different experience.
Well, how come we didn't do any of that growing up?
Is that what's holding our podcast back?
Yeah, we weren't. We must not be very good friends growing up.
If you're in Boy Scouts, you probably experienced it.
Yeah.
I was in the Boy Scouts. I
That's-
must have been too ugly for it.
You get that's
You
your
feel
final
bad?
patch. That's
Oh,
your final patch.
I hear the other boys screaming at night, and I just felt bad, left out.
I
That's
wanted to
night
be
terrors.
screaming.
That's the love patch.
So we
when
pretty
you-
much
when
just
you
all
get
have
there.
to. We would all have to get our dicks out, and everybody just hold our dicks, and we just have to walk in a circle.
Let's not.
Yeah, we never done that.
No, I've never done that either. It's,
Somebody's gonna have the longest dick at this table, and I don't think it's
Not
me.
me. But,
Well, it's not me or Alex. Alex
My-
said it's not me either.
My expectations for myself are not very high. So.
Just we all pull them out. We're all exactly the same. length.
probably the same size.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
That's what we do. Just naked mud wrestling. That's what we gotta do.
Oh, that'll get a crumb roll.
We're
they did.
we are in a tomb currently.
Yeah.
We-
no windows.
We could set up our own tomb.
Yeah.
Put
I
each
got
other in a
uh,
coffin, carry you out of this room into the next room, where you are reborn, where you're rebirthed.
We should call it the Spade and Grave Society.
Why?
Spade
Why
and
the spade
gray.
and gray?
Never mind. I don't know.
No, you had a reason for that.
Not really.
You looked like you had a reason.
I feel like it should be called something like Nerds with Boners or something like that. Like, it's right up our alley.
I don't know. Y'all decide it.
Fuck off!
Spade and Gray sounds good to
It
me.
sounds fine.
All right, I
We're
guess
doing Spade and Gray.
We're doing Spade and
I
Grave.
just thought you had a joke behind it.
Yeah,
you
I was
asshole.
legitimately asking why is it Spade and Grave? I get the grave, but
Oh, I thought it was Gray.
I
my
thought it was
bad.
great,
Grave.
too.
Oh, Grave?
Spade and grave.
I thought it was a grave. Like we
so like
we were.
shovel and grave.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm thinking like we worship David Spade and Sasha Gray. My bad.
I like the
Spade and
second
Grave.
one. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to be the Spade and Grave, so Alex doesn't run
we
out
can't.
of here.
We can't use that one. It's already been taken. By,
Oh.
It's already a secret society?
Damn.
Well, okay, wait.
what tea kettle?
Tea and kettle. It's got to be two things.
Tea dash kettle.
Yes,
It's already
something.
taken.
We're gonna hyphenate it.
Stop doing the taking ones.
Star and dart. You like that one?
No, I hate it. I hate it.
I hate it.
Yeah, good. It's already taken.
Yeah. But let's say, so we've already established that this was a secret society that was started at Yale in 1830. So Yale was already an established college by this point. They already had fraternities and sororities.
That's the reason why this was started.
Because of one fraternity that was basically crushed.
Yeah.
It was a powerful fraternity.
What was it called? Like Pi Beta Kappa.
Yes, the
Something like that, yeah.
PBK.
PK.
PBK. They were kind of getting a little out of hand with their hazing, and the college took them down a notch, and so they lost their what their
Fraternity status.
their big dick status
Yeah.
kind of got taken down a peg, and then the
Yeah.
It kind of like each society kind of snowballed. It's like the people that did Skull and Bones couldn't get into Kappa, so they started Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
like as a fuck you.
Yeah, and then it got big.
Yeah, because
And then people who couldn't get in Skull and Bones started Scroll and Key. That got big. It's like
they yes-anded themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if
That
you're,
makes sense.
If you're an actual legit fraternity on a campus, you have to follow campus rules.
Mm-hmm.
But Skull and Bones was not actually sanctioned by the
It's not a fraternity.
college. It's not a fraternity. It's a club. It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
society.
but they're funded by like
Like
what's it called? I can't think of the word now. Edit it
George
out.
Soros' grandfather.
Probably.
It
So
wouldn't
They had a
surprise me.
backer.
But yeah, and they didn't have to follow the rules of the campus or the college. They were their own organization that just happened to be there still because it was
Yeah.
founded by all the
many-
early members.
How many secret societies did you say there were currently at Yale?
There's about
Alex?
50.
Yeah, and
I
then
saw the
like we
article.
talked about beforehand, Skull and Bones is the fifth wealthiest secret society on the Yale campus, and so that doesn't take away from their prominent, status as a secret society. They might not be the wealthiest, but I would imagine they are the most, popular. What would be
The top one is Wolfhead Society.
It sounds amazing, but I've never fucking
It's
heard
the
of them.
third biggest campus, one on campus.
Oh, the wolf heads?
Yeah. No, number two. It's Scroll and Keys number one.
Well,
Skull
I've
and
heard
Key
of Skull and-
overtook Skull and Bones?
They have more money.
Oh, see, so that's the rich kids. Like, they won't let us in. So
Right.
We'll just go above.
So I think
them.
Skull and Bones is more of like they see the potential in what you can benefit them or what you can benefit their agenda.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas Scroll and Key and all the other ones are just people who probably have money and they couldn't get picked to Skull. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I-
yes, I think
I mean, because Skull and Bones had people, Rockefellers were part of it,
3
Kellogg's,
U.S. presidents.
3 presidents. Hell, William Taft was the
Yeah.
first president, but his dad was the one that created
3 Bushes.
3 Bushes were in it.
a partridge
I
in
mean-
a pear tree.
John Kerry, that made the 2004 election really interesting.
At one point, every university in America, the financial secretary was a Skull and Bones member for every university in America at one point, and there was multiple other Skull and Bones members in the university, education system, and then it progressed into political stuff. And then their main objective is to see how not indoctrinated, but to see how deep and how many members they can get into society
Yeah.
for a new world order.
I like how all of them are like something and something.
Yeah.
Another one's book and snake.
That's a two thing.
It's
It's
something. Yeah.
yeah, you couldn't have just tea kettle. It's got to be tea and kettle.
Hey, that's tea kettle.
Oh, there is a tea kettle?
There is a tea dash kettle.
Oh, fuck you. You just told us the one that was already used up. I thought that was like for legit. I thought
No, I
we
said
were
it was
gonna,
used up.
I thought we were going to be tea
I
kettle.
was being facetious.
They were also believed to be involved in the creation of the CIA.
I think they still run the CIA, apparently.
Apparently.
The same statues in front of Langley as it is in front of Yale.
So are we saying Skull and
really?
Bones killed JFK?
That is
That's a
a
very-
rumor.
We always go back to killing JFK.
Yeah, that's a conspiracy.
George H.W. Bush was part of Skull and Bones.
And if you want to snowball it, 9/11 happened because of Skull and Bones.
Ooh.
Actually, there's a thing that Skull and Bones is linked to Illuminati because the year it was founded, the prior year, not Taft, but the other dude that was with Taft, went to Germany. And it's like a branch off of that society over there. He modeled Skull and Bones after that. And then there was something I read about 1776. It's actually the year, like May 1st, 1776 was when the Illuminati was created.
Yes.
And it's not, so,
And they only went like 10 years.
yeah.
Well,
Officially.
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 it's
Apparently,
not-
they're still around.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
of
actually the
course.
creation of the New World Order.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's
So-
not when America was founded until Articles of Confederation, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I thought America was founded in 1619.
That's what they want you to believe. That's playing checkers when these motherfuckers playing chess.
So
Just let you know that.
there was
That makes sense.
there's been a lot of death that's been attributed to the Skull and Bones with members. There's been a lot of members that died in the Civil War, the World War I, and World War II, and they take great pride in that. A lot of their personal belongings are actually in the tomb of the Skull and Bones tomb.
They like to do a thing called crooking.
Crooking, like stealing.
Yeah.
They do
That's
like
a thing.
that. They do like that. A few members have actually crooked.
Apparently, everyone crooks in this stuff. I can think when I was reading,
Well, so
they stole fucking Martin Van Buren's skull. They steal skulls.
they steal
and
skulls.
bones.
Oh, okay. So they actually steal historical things. They're not-
Apparently, in the tomb, the skeleton that on the shrine, the altar in the tomb that they go and do their thing at, is Geronimo's skeleton.
Oh, I was thinking
Well,
it was like petty
rumored.
theft.
I heard it was a skull and two
Eddie
bones, but you're
Yeah,
right.
but they have bones.
It'd be sick if they had his whole skeleton.
Yeah.
But so
Go into a gas station and steal a sucker.
You know, they threw like $1 in the tin and then take out 7 quarters.
there's no
Like
way
that
to
kind of
prove
thing.
it. Like
Shot class method.
there's no way to prove it because you're not allowed to go in. You can't freely go into this tomb. But could police get a court order
Yeah.
to be allowed to go into the tomb?
Yeah.
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 You
Okay.
can get a warrant.
But they would know ahead of time that it was happening and prepare.
So they
Yeah,
would
because you
just-
have to serve a warrant. and
They
you
would
have
dump
to-
button the tomb.
They would dump button their own society.
But what if you just showed up and go in there?
You can't. It's padlocked. It's controlled by 3 padlocks on the front door that have to be put in a certain order or it triggers an alarm.
What if I just sledgehammer it anyway?
I don't think you can get in. It's
Bulldoze it down.
you could do that.
It's, like,
It's a 2-story building, by the way.
So if I show up in my squatted truck and I just
hooked up to chain to the door.
and then just get him out of there.
And you
I'm
went
taking-
you had like a 100-foot chain and you just started driving as fast as you could and the chain's like
It rips the bumper off. You're like, did I get it?
But so
your
Yeah,
squatted
you're just
truck
in the
is-
driver's seat, just like, whee, you keep going, but
Actually,
your
there's so
chassis
much-
and frame's still sitting there.
You're like this, and then you go to pull it, you just flip. There's so much weight in the back. It just
I'd say go for it, Chris.
Try it.
I mean, I'm just wondering.
Squat the Honda.
You don't want to get mud on that wool knit sweater and turtleneck things they wear in Yale.
Squat the Honda and give it a try.
I figured maybe he's gonna say they had like high tech glass doors where you try to break in and it like shatters the glass and shutters the building.
No, it's a
metal shutters coming
it's
out.
a-
It's like,
it's a 2-story building. It's very, very heavily fortified as far as like it's not many. There's no windows. There might be one window, but it's a heavily fortified door apparently.
So really, what I need to do is become like a county code officer to
Oh,
go shut them down.
and work your way in
No,
through
just
the
be
system.
like violation.
Yes.
you
only
can do
have
it now.
one door.
You could do it now. Just join the health department and say
Citizens
COVID
arrest?
violation.
Like citizens.
No, COVID violation. Health department. I need to come in and inspect and make sure everyone's masked up.
It's a good idea, Tom.
They probably wouldn't let you on campus.
No, it's Yale. They'd be like, "Who's this
like-
crackerjack over
You
here?"
try to go knock on the door and like 5 guys in like golf shorts and sweater vests
They
with
throw-
croquet mallets come out.
They
Oh,
throw
what's
hamburgers
up?
and French fries at you.
They
What's
come out,
up?
we got back from Rowan. What are you doing?
That's basically a frat house in a tomb.
I'll just say, Rowan, that's another one of my trigger words, and start killing them.
We were just at the yacht club.
Rowan.
So
Rowan.
it's almost impossible to get in. I'm going to say it is impossible to get in. You have to be the
nothing's
cap.
impossible.
What, to get into the club?
Yeah.
Yeah, only 15 people get in every year.
Yeah, they get tapped,
And you have to be a senior.
And I just
Or
mean
turn into a senior.
and you can decline it too.
It's
actually
like, nah, I'm good.
actually it's not impossible to get in. They let a regular guy go in and record a ceremony once.
There's video of the
Yeah.
ceremony.
Yeah, they let him in because there was all these rumors flying around that they were in there having sex with each other and slaughtering goats. So they were like,
That was the one time that they didn't do that.
"You're right." They dump buttoned it. And they were
Well, we need to prove to the public that
Well-
we are good Samaritans. We'll let this one.
"Oh, you're
Petty
like Alex,
peasants.
you're Alex Jones in us right now,
Dude,
Come
We'll let
on.
the one petty
No,
peasant in here.
no, I
we'll
meant-
let him in here.
Everybody's comfortable. Just come in here.
on in.
We'll let this man
Light the
come in.
candles.
He'll come in. He'll film us. We'll do our rituals and ceremonies.
Lick my. Okay, so apparently they didn't.
Lick my dick.
Ligma.
So they said some stuff while this guy was in there recording it. One guy told him to suck on his knob, and
Nice.
another guy said to lick his bunghole.
Nice.
And this was all on record and
Lick my bunghole.
verbatim.
yeah, 'cause
these are some college white guys.
That's some high class words.
No, they're just like this. Christopher, lick my bunghole.
lick my bunghole.
After last week, I had that high class girl boof into my butthole.
Did you bleach your
Yikes.
asshole first?
I forgot what
Yikes.
boofing was, but our Supreme Court knows about
Did you use dollar store Clorox or did you get Clorox bleach?
it.
I
I
think
buy
Did you-
name brand Clorox.
Did you douche? It's the same fucking shit.
I like Clorox.
Chemically
You can
different?
spend $2 more.
I will spend $2 more. I don't have a fucking problem with it.
I think it's the additives, not the chemically difference.
Bleach is bleach. It smells the same.
Yeah.
that's true, unless you get scented bleach.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually interesting.
Outdoor bleach is different than indoor bleach.
Did you guys read about the $15,000 gift that you get as
Like a watch?
new member? Money.
Oh, money, yeah.
It's a
So just
rumor.
a roll of 15 grand?
It's a rumor.
It's
Every
a-
new member gets $15,000.
It's an Applebee's gift card.
Now, do you have to
Probably.
invest it or what?
No, it's yours as a gift. Apparently, it's a rumor, and you get a grandfather clock.
Yeah, no, they give you that gift. It's kind of like a startup fund. It's not enough to pave your way, but it's enough that you can invest it and flip it.
I'm down with the clock.
It comes out of an investment fund,
Can
apparently.
you find out grandfather clock's worth like 30 grand?
Mm-hmm.
Sell that.
Might be a nice one, yeah.
It's got a secret compartment like those ones we made in high school with like 45 grand.
It's got another part of Geronimo inside of the secret
Open up,
part.
there's like oatmeal cookie inside of it.
Oh, that's nice.
Hell yeah.
and a cheer one.
It's all worth it.
You're gonna open it up. It's gonna be like some hand whittled thing that only fits into a certain part of the cave that you have to put in turn.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's like a Geronimo. It was like an Indian puzzle. It's a 3D puzzle.
It's that triangle peg
Legend
thing.
of the Hidden
Yeah.
Temples.
You're
theme
eating
plays.
your cookies, you're studying the Geronimo bone. Nice, man.
Temple guard comes out and gets you.
Here, take my pendant of life. Jeez,
God damn
I want to win that boombox so bad.
Christian didn't last very long.
You know what they call members? You know their nicknames?
Bonemen.
Bonesmans.
Bonesman.
Bonesmen.
Boners.
Yeah.
Boners.
So, the guy you said they let in, did they put on a show for him?
It's possible.
I figured it was going to be like one of those North Korea things where they let YouTubers in and it
Yeah,
looks
they're like,
amazing.
Yeah.
look
all
how
the videos I see in North Korea, it looks great.
look
Yeah.
how plump our people are. And they're like eating fresh apples, and then like
Oh, no.
you leave and they take the curtain down, and there's like people back there
eating people.
like taking
The guy goes back to his hotel room and it's like there's like bugs everywhere. There's like there's wiretaps in the lamp. You can see it.
Yeah, that's like I wonder
Open your door,
what
see a
happens
guy
behind the camera. It's like you
Yeah.
see this and it looks great, but behind the camera people are just like helicopter dicks everywhere and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
in the
like-
cave. In the cave.
In the
I was gonna
tomb,
say-
they definitely put a show on for that guy, for sure.
Yeah,
they didn't
it was
go all
smoke,
out.
It was smoke and mirrors, not skull and bones
You're
that night.
apparently, well, we'll
see what
get
you did
there.
there.
We'll
Smoke
get
and
there.
mirrors
You did
taken?
X and
Yeah,
X.
Is that a
It's
secret
smoke and-
society?
smoke
Smoke and
and
mirrors
mirrors.
would be a dope society. So, do you got? So we've already mentioned there's the skull of the Geronimo. So apparently the rumor is that Prescott Bush actually stole the skull of Geronimo during World War One.
You keep seeing that, you say that, and I always think like someone's falling off a cliff.
Oh, Geronimo.
So he
that's
was
what
an
they called-
Apache Indian.
They called Bin Laden that too.
Geronimo.
That pissed off the Indians.
We're gonna get
The Afghans.
Geronimo.
So what?
The Afghans.
The Afghans.
No, they called him Geronimo. So
the
it pissed
Native
off the
Americans.
Native
Yeah,
Americans.
Native Americans like, how dare you
Oh,
compare
you-
Geronimo to Bin Laden?
Oh, now,
Oh, those Indians.
now I know why.
I thought we were talking
That's
about
why they
the
sued
other
Yale.
Indians.
Now I know why they buried him at sea, so the Skull and Bones couldn't take his skull.
Exactly. They would go steal Bin Laden's head.
Yeah.
That'd actually be a
And put
dope.
Geronimo next to Geronimo, and it's like I don't know which. I don't know. We don't know which. And then you
With
get
the
the skull. You give the skulls to the Indians to be reparation, give it back to them, and you give them Bin Laden's head.
And
Yeah.
they'd be like, "Look at this guy's growth plate. I can tell he is 6'5".
There's a bullet hole in one skull that wasn't in the other, and we know who it's Geronimo.
Why does
that
Geronimo's
was.
skull have a like AR-15 bullet? Skull.
They give a little magic carpet with him. Like, here you go.
So Geronimo's family was actually pretty pissed off to the point where they sued the college because they were worried that Geronimo's spirit won't ever be allowed to fully
You know
rest.
that lawyer just was like, easy check. You know you're gonna
Yeah.
lose that fight.
Yeah. He was just
I mean, I'm
like,
sorry.
man. I
They
don't-
dismissed it.
I don't
for
know how I'm
sure.
going to show video of a spirit being mad.
I figure somebody probably got their palms greased. They're like, "What if we let you build a casino?"
That's what happened.
And they were like,
one of the members like,
fine.
I got this. Like bartered with them.
"That's a fair
We
trade.
brought you this gift of water and tobacco.
We
Oh,
feel
no.
this is-"
It was. We will let you run the casino, but we'll build it, and you have to pay us a cut.
And they were like,
Oh,
"We-
that's like you own the land, but they pay you to build the casino on your land.
Mm-hmm.
That was theirs to begin with.
Yeah, that way you get like a 30% margin.
And
I
it'll
saw that
also
in
take
Banshee, I think.
It'll take you 45 years to pay us back.
Yep.
That's in Yellowstone, I think, that TV show. Something about that. Building
Yellowstone.
casinos on
Banshee?
Indian land.
they said that was
Banshee.
a fair deal too."
Wasn't that in, like Salisbury?
Mooresville. Yeah.
And then we
yeah.
got rid of our tax breaks.
And they left.
Yep.
With Ohio.
And then the show canceled.
Fucking North Carolina.
Did you read about how they set their clocks 5 minutes fast,
I did that.
5 minutes ahead of the rest of the world?
I mean, I don't do that.
No, right? We don't do that.
I mean, I don't do that.
Wait, are you a member of the Tea and Kettle?
More of the Sword and Crown.
Is that why TBS runs 5 minutes ahead, or is it?
But it's maybe
That's for the-
it's a deep
Is
like
this Turner on CBS?
It's for the dump
Or
button.
it's one of the Turner channels that ran like 5
I
minutes
think
ahead.
Turner was in there, I think.
Oh,
that's it.
I mean, the guy started FedEx is part of it. Was part of it.
Yeah, go stay there.
that looks fun.
Yeah,
that
the
looks
house
even
is
funner.
like broken in. It's falling in on
George
itself.
Bush. Huh?
I choked on 3 pretzels there.
You get smacked in the face, got punched by Laura.
So I like this one type of bit of fact where they go into the chamber where they hold their meetings and they immediately set the chamber clock to 8 o'clock, no matter what time they start that meeting. So the idea behind that is to get lost in the space.
That way you're disconnected from time. You just
Why not just turn your clocks off?
They want you to have the sensation that time is different in there. Because time is a
Fucking
rel.
with you.
Because like the rest of the world is turned off. When you go into that tomb, the rest of the world's turned off.
We're on tomb time.
it's just you, 14 other guys.
Tomb time,
sweating.
baby, nailed it.
They're all
Tomb
just jerking
and
off.
time.
Probably. Or telling people the last time they did jerk off.
Did they
are-
jerk off on each other?
It's
Jerked
questionable.
off in a coffin.
They
Yeah, I heard
I-
that while you were in the coffin, you had to masturbate.
Like you lift the lid up and get in there, and like it's just hard stiff.
Mhm.
There's like one.
One
oh,
side.
so you got to pull off while you're in the coffin.
Yeah.
And you got 13 other guys probably giggling out there, like peeking in and stuff. Can you imagine? They're like,
It's like the coffin is the shoebox
that's
under the
super
bed.
weird, man.
It's your cum box.
And that's when they put you in there and you start jerking off. And then like 14 other holes open up.
they come in.
Oh, and it's like a
It's just bukkake inside
it's just
the
a
coffin.
sprinkler.
Yeah.
It's like you're getting sanitized, but not in the right way.
And your head's in slow mo, and it's like, and it's just like Jizz lines just squirting across.
It's pretty much like the Krispy Kreme donut factory when they're glazing them,
Yeah.
and they just come across the conveyor belt, and it's just a wall of white, just like.
You just you just hear a guy from the outside. It sucks the cock that sticks through the hole.
I just imagine you just hear a lot of.
Probably. And you get a real
Well, they're
strong
younger
musk
college
smell.
guys, so you probably it's probably not old people.
Oh, about those
sounds.
younger college guys.
About them.
What do you know about it?
So the reason we all picked tomb names.
So
We'd already mentioned before the podcast there was a guy named Gigadibs.
Gigadibs is a sweet name.
Gigadibs.
Kind of wish I took it.
Crapo.
Crapo. Did he poop his
How would you pronounce this? Boaz? Boaz?
Boaz.
Boaz was to the varsity football captain every time. If you were the varsity
Boaz.
football
Oh, yeah,
captain,
some names were heading it down.
yeah. The first two bushes were known as bare bones, and then the last bush, the junior, was known as.
I don't know why he didn't take that name because it's supposed to be a family.
Yeah,
He should have been bare bones.
he should have been bare bones.
He's rebellion.
You think think the first two bushes had big dicks, and then the junior didn't, so he didn't want to be like the. I bet those first two bushes stripped down naked, and fucking
They proudly just jerked off for everybody.
proudly had their dick out in that tomb.
They
and
just
were
power
like,
moved it. It's like
George Hard Walker Bush.
and then so they're like, bare bones is in the fucking house, everybody. And then he's like,
It's like his circumcision was mutilated.
He can't just like they're like they all know the rumors. The fucking Prescott and old Daddy Bush all got naked every time they walked in there, so they're like, take it off, and he can't.
And like, there's a picture
Can't
of
do it.
Prescott on the wall, and like he starts smiling. It's like,
Was Jeb in it?
Jeb?
Jeb
No.
Bush.
I don't know.
I don't think Jeb was.
I don't think so. No.
So.
There's also that common talking about W. Bush, the common misconception that he portrayed himself as a dunce to the American people.
I always thought that was it. He's like playing himself down.
Yeah, he was playing himself down because do you really think someone in the Skull and Bones would actually be that dumb? And that he fumbled around after 9/11 as part of an act.
Jeb Bush went to the University of Texas.
We can't let the sodomizers sodomize us.
University of Texas.
Well, it's like a conspiracy that George W. Bush is actually like a genius, but he portrays himself as an idiot.
You don't become the president as an idiot.
No.
Well, he also had that. That's the thing.
It was all
about
an
the,
act.
That's the thing about the Skull and Bones is all about connections,
Yep.
and it's all about where you're going to go in life. And so,
Well, you also got to think about it. Do you actually think someone that's a bumbling idiot is a threat?
dude,
Yes.
I'm going to say George W. Bush Jr. had some serious fucking hookups in life.
Yeah.
He didn't get to where he was because of his smart, like his mental power.
No,
always
I'm
think-
sure he was smart.
Yeah.
But then you look at Jeb and you can see
I just think they're pretty powerful people,
Yeah.
the Bushes. They've got some pull.
they got that oil money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like the Republican Kennedys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a different family line. Yeah, like
So you can tell
yeah.
because they all hate Trump.
Yeah.
He's like the invader.
Without the death.
So what was Junior's name? Bush Junior's name was what?
George.
No, his tomb name. I can't remember.
Oh, temporary.
Temporary. So he wasn't bare bones like old Grandpa and
George.
Dad. He was George Temporary. He couldn't come up with
You gotta watch out. Jeb's son is named George P. Bush. He's coming up next.
Wait.
Bush.
Jeb named his son after his brother.
Or-
It's probably George Prescott Bush.
I mean, P and Bush just go together hand in hand.
And he's going to be he's a lawyer.
Penis Bush.
'Cause
They all went in the Navy.
George Bush only had daughters, right? W only
Right.
had daughters. Wow, can you imagine? You only had daughters, so you have to name your
You got to
first.
keep the George.
You got to name your first son after your brother.
That would suck.
That's weird. They were all in the Navy Reserves.
You got to.
You got to
That's just
serve.
keeping
Except
it in the
for
family.
Gotta
George
serve.
Bush, he was what? Air Force Reserve, right?
I'm not for sure. I think the fact that one just kept joining the Navy was just
They
to
all-
be like Pop.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Gog, the tomb name Gog was given to the member with the least sexual experience.
Gog.
Gog.
How's that spelled?
G-O-G.
Let me. Oh, that's funny because there's Gog Gaming.
So now you know the guy with the least experience is Gog. And then the new members are so we could go a little bit into the how. So they're put in a coffin. We all kind of know that.
Yeah.
And then they're basically carried around, and they're told to strip naked, get in the coffin, and they're encouraged to masturbate while they're inside of the coffin and carried around.
It's a power move.
And then they're rebirthed as a Bones member when they come out.
I'm gonna say though, Gog is a pretty sweet name because apparently it means Magog, and that guy was pretty badass.
Gog is actually a pretty sweet dick name. Like, if you are into naming your dick, Gog is actually a good cock name.
My Gog.
I'm gonna stick Gog right in your ass.
Say hello to Gog,
Oh
baby.
my Gog.
This is
God, oh
what,
my Gog, he's so big.
this is what I call Gog.
Gag on Gog. Gog.
I'm gonna choke myself real quick.
It looks like more like Gig.
Yeah. Make God giggle.
Oh, it's Gog, bitch. Okay, it's looking like a Gig right now.
It's the Gog.
Magog.
I stuck it in a goddamn Leviathan.
What?
All
You
right.
docked with a Leviathan? Is that what you just said?
Would you guys?
Okay. He just described putting it in something bigger than him.
Sometimes you gotta.
That's
You gotta-
docking.
That's
you
how
gotta
big it is.
wheel it. You gotta wheel it.
Would you guys go
Anyways.
up on the steps if you were in Pistol Waving, New Haven, Yale? Found this
Still
place.
waving New Haven.
If you found this place, would you walk up the steps to
Yeah.
the
Why
tomb?
not?
Yeah, I would.
Oh.
I would too.
Just go knock on the door. Am I there?
I just wonder as like generations go by, like this whole TikTok generation, that kids go up there and
They're gonna like ghost walk up the steps with their feet,
Hmm.
like.
I just wonder if they have a problem with people going up on the steps now and just fucking with this place.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like the Joker thing, dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just-
Joker.
So
I don't think there's that big of a following for people to go to the Skull and Bones though, because it's not
God, I wish we
it's
had
not
more.
forefronted
pull.
or anything.
Go ask our followers to go take a
Yeah.
picture on the steps.
That
If
would be
you-
cool.
If you're a listener and you're at Yale, please God,
Yeah.
I want listeners at Yale. Go to the Skull and Bones and take a picture of yourself on the stairs and send it to us. And you're gonna
Yeah.
make our day.
Yeah.
I'll personally pay Alex's lovely wife to make a T-shirt and send it to your ass.
Yeah.
Donnie's gonna go to fucking New. Donnie's gonna go to Connecticut now.
I'd be honestly surprised if we had an elite member listening to this shit show.
Oh,
You know. But that's just me.
I would be.
I go to Yale and I listen to this awesome thing.
They play this in the tomb, like, listen to these motherfuckers making fun of us.
But,
They're all
see,
jacking off.
figure-
They're like, fuck them.
Our highest,
Yeah.
I figure our highest profile person is probably in jail right now, hearing about us, talking shit about him.
He's not
And
a
he's just
listener.
waiting
while
to
he's
kill
making
us.
bacon on his
He's
cot.
like, I can't believe these guys said that I did what I
Why is
actually
you gagging
did.
on someone's Gog?
I think it's funny you think he has the ability to listen to our podcast in jail.
I don't know.
Dude, they
I've
get
never-
cell phones in there.
I've never been. I was just.
They're
figured
not
it-
supposed to have cell phones.
Dude, they make TikToks and shit from jail.
Yeah.
There's a how to cook jail edition, and he like
Oh, that's
puts a
freaking
hot
funny.
plate on his bed, and he's cooking beef jerky and making it bacon and eggs.
I bet you that's a special privilege that man has.
I saw one video where someone debunked those videos. Is that it's not in a prison.
It's not real.
There is no way.
Yeah, you're right. He's probably in
Like a halfway house
separated.
type thing.
He's probably separated so
Yeah.
that the black dudes don't kill him.
Do you realize the way they
don't
get
like-
their
yeah.
gang messages is still through writing?
I thought they had a cut with a string and they yell it.
They send shit down the commodes too. Those multi-level jails, they'll flush shit
Jesus
from the
Christ.
top floor
uh,
down, and they'll.
interesting story about prison. This is off topic, but since we're on topic of prison, the prisoners hated the warden and like his guards. Right,
Mhm.
There's one prison, so the prisoners will do a thing where they'll put shit and piss into a shampoo bottle at this prison. You have
Okay.
your stuff with you.
Yeah.
And they'll let the shit and piss ferment in the bottle.
Oh god.
There's
Okay.
shit.
Oh,
So the day whenever the warden would come by, and if he was be an asshole to everybody, because you had to do your rounds. So you walk all the way down the thing, past all the doors, and you turn around and come back.
Right. You got to check on
As soon as he comes back, everyone sticks the shampoo bottle out the hole and squirt whatever's inside the bottle onto the guards and the.
Oh, God.
And then the guy was like, after that, we got the shit beat out of us by all the guards.
I imagine so. They don't.
Anyway.
They don't like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think any right person likes shit and piss on them unless they're paying for it.
I can just imagine it's just
Just
fermented
nasty.
shit.
Oh.
And
Unless you're like Odell Beckham or something, he would be like one of the few people that likes that.
There's R. Kelly as well.
He only likes pee.
he likes doing it to someone else.
Yeah, he's a giver, not a taker.
Yeah. Well, you got any interesting facts, Alex?
Perhaps. Let's see. Give me a second.
The sun drop gave me mad heartburn.
From a sun drop?
Yeah, dude.
That's weird.
You pussy.
Can't handle this shit no
There's the
more.
0.01% alcohol in it.
I'm just a bitch now in life. I'm just getting worse and worse as I get older. Cry more. I get worse heartburn as I get older.
Crying more is normal.
Tell me about it.
I think we covered everything I was talking about. Like,
I'm done.
yeah. It's not really.
I mean, I don't cry.
I cry.
I cry.
You bunch of pussies.
you with your cry guard on
You guys
right
can't
now.
see me cry. That's my
Looks
secret.
like you're so dark, so tall that just goes. Your tears go
You're
into your beard where you
anti-criers.
can't even see it.
That's my secret. I'm always crying.
You're repping the Bloods as well.
Oh, gang, gang.
I can't do the B symbol, but
You gotta do the.
Thomas, you want to die?
The other day.
You're wearing red and doing that.
All the blank and blank at Yale.
All right.
Am I like guessing, or are you just?
No, I'm
like,
gonna say them because they're all
Oh, okay.
ridiculous.
All
Yep.
right.
Book and snake.
Okay, that's not bad.
Cage and feather.
That's like F tier.
Cup and crown.
That sucks.
That sounds like a
That's
drinking game.
Is that? I bet that's a '90s one.
Fork and knife.
Okay,
That's a
those
fat
guys,
one.
Those guys win.
That's
Or the fork and knife.
I don't like it. I don't-
Ink and needle are probably the tattoo guys.
Yeah.
yeah, probably.
Mace and chain.
Mason
That's
chain.
Cool. That's cool.
Myth and sword.
That's pretty.
You got sage and chalice.
Eh?
Not
That's
a big
the
fan.
Catholics.
Scroll and key.
Yeah.
Skull and bones.
Yeah.
Spade and grave. And you have whiskey and coke.
Okay.
Really?
So
Bunch
they're
of
just with the-
douchebags.
But there's a bunch
whiskey-
of other ones too, like the Apostles, the Belmont.
We
the,
never talked about the first place.
Whiskey and Coke is the same people as Cup and Crown.
Yeah,
That's what I was
I
thinking.
never heard you talk about who held the number one spot for wealthiest
Skull
on
and, Scroll and key.
Scroll and Key.
They're worth $10 million.
That's it?
Yeah.
It's just assets that they have.
The asset,
apparently.
yeah.
Mm.
And then Skull and Bones is worth $4 million. So that's how from first to fourth.
What is their assets, you think?
Probably their building.
Yeah, building and
The
who
building
back
is
them.
Yale's. It's on Yale campus, isn't it?
It's on Yale's campus. Yeah.
But if it's
You
like
can still
a
own
frat
it.
house, the frat owns it. I think.
Yeah, you can still own it. It's just on the campus, and you have to follow semi the rules. It's like a HOA.
Yeah.
Like you can own your home in a subdivision, but have a HOA.
I just wonder what their assets are. Is that the assets inside the building, like all the bones and collectibles?
Jokes on them. Geronimo is worth $3.4 billion or million or whatever. It's like the rest of that money is just the building.
I mean,
on Yale.
Geronimo is the Indian you hear about.
Yeah.
What other Indians do you know about besides Pocahontas?
Sitting Bull.
What are you going to say, Pocahontas?
He took the life out of him. Now he's going to cry behind his pit vipers, and we'll never know.
What was that other one? It was the bandit. The Johnny Depp played him.
Rango?
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 Someone who had a crow on the top of his head.
Oh no, that was the lizard movie.
The Lone Ranger and his buddy
Tonto.
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 Oh, that Johnny Depp movie.
I was confused too, dude.
The other Johnny Depp movie
The
where
one-
he's a lizard.
The one Johnny
Yeah,
Depp
he
movie
was-
that
yeah.
nobody
Rango.
watched.
I wasn't not. I'm not wrong. It
No,
was
you're
Johnny
not wrong.
Depp.
I was just saying the Lone Ranger. I don't think anybody watched it.
I seen parts of it.
Yeah.
Had Army Hammer in it.
Yeah, the
He
main
played-
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in The Social Network.
Yes, he was the
Arm &
douchebag in the Social Network, or the guy that
The
got his
bagel.
idea stolen.
Yeah.
The
The
bacon
twins.
powder.
The twins.
Army.
Oh.
Arnie. No, it was Arnie Hammer.
Oh, okay.
Army.
Yeah.
Well, it's a weird fucked up name.
Yeah.
He needs to change it. Arm and Hammer.
But old Paul Walker was in the Skulls movie. which is about Skull and Bones.
Should have watched that movie.
That's
No,
a
I've-
movie we
yeah.
need to watch.
Because it's not bad.
Never seen it.
I've not seen it. I
mean,
read the
it's-
synopsis.
It's like
So you've seen it.
it was made in the I think it was made like 2000, 2001.
Right.
So it's that era of movie,
Nice. So it's like his prime career.
right around Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
and
It was
It's
before
like-
he died.
So it's like after Fast and Furious, before
Fast
Too
2.
Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still-
His pockets were still empty in this movie.
He
It's
was
a
still
movie-
hungry,
He was in
cuz.
college in this one.
It's still a movie I want to watch because you said there was 3.
Yeah, so the first one is the good one. The second one is just like a shitty sequel, but it goes to an R rating in the second one.
Ooh.
They tried to get edgy.
Dude,
Then
that's
the-
hard. That's rare.
They tried
when
to
that
show
happens.
masturbation in the
No,
coffin.
it said rated R for brief nudity, so it must have just been like a vagina
No,
shot.
that's rare, man.
Some
like
movies.
the first, like it's Terminator, R, then it gets popular PG-13.
Yeah, this one went PG-13 or PG-13
That's what Disney's doing with Deadpool.
They were testing the waters.
because the third one is probably the same story as the first two. It's just a woman is tapped to go into, so she witnesses something heinous.
It's a movie we need to watch. If you've watched it out there,
I'm surprised it wasn't in the third one either.
Hey, what was the release date on the third one? That was late 2000s, right?
he probably said no.
I don't
If
think
he
he
was
said
still-
anything.
If he was still alive,
Oh,
he,
it was 2004.
So yeah, he was
Okay,
still
he was
alive.
still
he
alive.
probably said, "This is dumb. I don't want to lose my career." to
That must
this
have been
fuck up."
about where he's like, I'm done with movies for a while. Because
Well,
that
take a
was when they're
break.
like, you know what, we'll just make Tokyo Drift.
Oh yeah, during the Fast 3.
Yeah.
He had enough money by this time too, and enough clout that he
Yeah, I
was
think he
able
went
to
into
pick and
hiding
choose.
because people were like, why are you hanging around these 13-year-olds?
I'll suck your cock.
Yeah, he had a little problem with.
I heard about that.
It didn't happen. That's why he was killed.
You think it was a cover up?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Well, his girlfriend was one of the main issues.
What happened?
By the time, when they started dating, she was questionably underage.
She wasn't questionably, she was like 16.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he had all the pick of the
And
world.
he's like 30.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
had the whole world to
Dude,
pick
all
from.
right, imagine having a 16-year-old daughter, and she's like, I'm going out.
Okay, with who?
All right, first of all, that was a big stretch.
Yeah.
So, but then the guy comes and picks her up, and it's the dude in Fast and Furious. You're like, what?
I feel like I've seen you before.
I
Where have I seen you?
think I'd be okay with that. It's fucking Paul Walker, man. It's
Yeah, but you
America's child.
Guess if you're fine for coming home with her pockets full.
Yeah, and her
All her pockets were full.
yeah, all of her pockets were
Hey.
full.
her
Could
meat
get-
pocket.
Get some money off of that.
Her
Gotta work them till.
Like, her meat pocket was liquidated.
she was filled up, buddy.
the, okay.
Yeah, but then she okay.
I don't have a daughter.
But
so that's
what
why
about
I
when
don't
she
know.
turns 18 and then he's like,
I'm done.
these pockets are worn out?
Paul Walker definitely,
yeah.
Like
definitely
The
did
meat
anal.
flaps turned into meat flappins.
Yeah, like the Leo way.
Oh yeah,
Paul-
the Leo way.
Yeah, dump him. Paul Walker definitely did anal. Definitely convinced her to do anal.
He did anal, or he
vaginal sex isn't considered sex.
He did
Or
not
actual
want to get.
sex.
He did
Anal.
not want to get her pregnant,
Religiously.
which could lead to a false accusation of rape.
So you're saying he sodomized her instead?
Yes.
yeah, because that shit's
that's
he's
still legal.
Are you gonna say
It's
comfortable?
no, poop it. She's shitting that stuff right out.
You can't get pregnant if she's on top.
You can't get pregnant if you do anal.
Yeah, gravity takes care of
Right?
everything.
I guess to be fair, that's God's blind spot.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that is how people, especially the Mormons, get around it with anal.
Wow.
that is one way
Huh.
the Mormons get around it. That and they float, where you just stick it in
What?
and you just don't move.
Oh.
Floating.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
I didn't know
whoa,
what
whoa.
floating was.
This is the thing.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
just
They don't believe that. They
so
believe.
thrusting.
Well, the Mormon that told me this said that I was in basic training with a Mormon who dissociated himself from the Mormon
I
church.
got you.
And he said that they did a thing where they floated. If they did not move, then it wasn't considered sex.
How do you get it in there then?
You have to get it in there. You're right, Chris. But if once you're in, you don't move.
I mean, I guess
It's
if-
like just.
they're brainwashed.
So I
they're
guess- no,
fucking.
It's
so-
like just sit on my lap.
So I guess you get one of them things that has it open, right?
No, you
like
just
a doctor thing.
Like a tongue.
no. That's too.
Yeah.
The clamps,
So you get like tongue it open,
salad tongue.
and then somehow you get
some oversized fork and spoon.
and then so
Chris, you can split it with your fingers.
no, but so you just got to be a professional setup, dude. So you're sure that nothing touches.
These are Mormons.
So you have it, I guess, thing, and then you crane yourself over it, right?
Like Tom Cruise
Yeah,
in Mission
So
Impossible.
say you Mission Impossible yourself down,
I don't know.
and
about
then
that.
I guess you're set there.
No, they shove their dick in that thing, and then they pretend that they're not moving, and they're fucking the whole time, but they're telling their God they're not moving.
Pleasant. Oh, this is pleasant. Oh,
We're not moving. We're not moving.
Don't breathe. Don't breathe. Don't
We're
breathe.
not moving.
Oh, I moved. Well, I guess I moved now. You might as well.
She sneezes and tightens around your dick.
Maybe we moved a little bit, but not much,
Might
God.
as well continue, eh?
Well, you can't sit still that long.
I think that's
you
where-
have to move around a little bit.
It's not my fault if the chair's moving. His buddies are making the chairs
Oh, yeah.
move. Oh, don't move it.
It's not me. I have
Is
Parkinson's.
this,
Sorry.
is this how Stephen Hawking had sex?
Help
You just-
me.
when you
Oh, he's just got the thing in his mouth. Like,
I was thinking about that
How
the
you
other
drink from a
day.
straw?
when she says she'll just take the tip, but then you have Parkinson's.
I was thinking about this the other day. You think a dick vibrates?
And you just
when
vibrate
you
in
have
further.
it's like
Oh, reverse flash it.
you just jackhammer the fucking thing in there.
It still sucks to be a paraplegic because maybe they can get an erection, but they cannot feel it.
Right.
It's the only pleasure for the girl.
I saw a
that
chick's
they're married
profile on
to.
Tinder. She was like, "Yes, I'm in a wheelchair.
Wait,
yes,
wait,
I can
wait.
have
Is
sex."
that true?
Yes.
Well, what about the dopamine release?
They can. So like your
Fake it till
prostate,
you make it, Chris.
everything below is everything below your paralyzed point is numb.
Yeah, but your brain still releases dopamine.
So would your head still feel like you get the rush?
Okay, honest question. You know how you lose your taste and smell with COVID,
Uh-huh.
and people are doing the challenge where they drink lemon juice and stuff like that.
I drink that.
If you were
for fun.
paralyzed down and someone stuck it in your ass, would you feel it?
No, you wouldn't.
No, and you're not going to feel the orgasm either. The orgasm that's in your prostate
So
that
it's just like-
pulses is
But
what.
your body's still connected.
Yeah. So you're with
I
the
don't have
chick.
an orgasm in my head.
Yeah, you do.
You don't feel the rush?
Yeah, but I'm not like in my head. I'm
It's
doing
the-
that down
Yeah,
there.
but it's the high.
no,
The-
but when you're
Yeah, you're lightheaded a little
so
bit.
think about it. Once you're
Tie a belt
that's-
around your neck.
once that's disconnected from your brain, I imagine it's even stronger. to
Like, it's just
compensate.
constant.
Okay,
Like your head just swells.
okay, I see.
Who is that? Who you've become that one guy?
Well, there is that woman that has like 50 orgasms a day.
Without control.
that?
Yeah, she's just walking, just like dinner.
Yeah, well, she sounds like she sneezes. She's like, and that's her.
That's her control. That's like an anime.
That's
right
her
there.
control of. She's like trying desperately to control her orgasm sounds. But I see what you're saying, Chris, and I kind of agree with it. I get it now. I get it. So he might not be able to know he's gonna ejaculate because he can't feel it. But then when he ejaculates, he feels something in his head,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, okay."
Actually, I don't know how that part works
It's
at
like,
all.
you just fucking skeeted,
Like,
retard.
But how does
Whoa,
your,
what? He's not retarded.
Oh, okay.
No,
He's
talking about
paraplegic.
his
He's
brain's
paralyzed.
telling him.
he's talking about his brain talking
Yeah.
to his.
It's like, hey, asshole, you just fucking nutted.
Oh, I thought you were saying that's what the wife said.
Oh, she could.
She's not.
What if
She's
that's a
gonna be
kink?
like, she's gonna
What
realize.
if that's a kink, though?
no, does
it's
your
like,
body actually know to do it, or does she have to manually put her finger up his butt and stimulate the prostate to make it happen?
I can't even imagine he's gonna get an erection. If I'm remotely drunk or off, I have an erection problem. It's rare.
I
That's
guess you
normal.
could still milk it out though with your fingers.
that's called whiskey dick.
And so if you could not feel it whatsoever,
Yeah.
how the he's taking a blue pill,
Something. How do you get hard? Yeah.
dude. He's
That's
taking
why
a blue
Keanu took
pill.
the red pill.
Yeah.
You think? I
Constant
mean, you
boner.
still look and been like nice,
Get aroused.
and then your body reacts to that.
Yeah, but you need the dick sensation to get that half part.
No, I can see getting it up right, and I can see after it's down.
This is
But
what we should have been talking
I'm
about.
wondering how the release happens.
It doesn't happen.
It's-
if you're paralyzed from there down and you don't feel anything, even if you stimulate the prostate, you're not going to do anything.
We're not experts.
I don't know.
No, if
'Cause
you can't
I
feel
thought-
it, you can't feel it. Because
I
if
thought-
you can't feel your prostate stimulating, then you're not going to do anything.
I figured
anyways.
maybe it's just
Chris is
prostate.
right. You might be able to rub the prostate.
Like I thought you could just milk it.
but
Then your brain wouldn't know it. You might feel like a
I
pressure,
figured
and
maybe
that's
your
it.
brain would know it, and it just releases the dopamine.
I don't honestly think you can even feel pressure. You
No.
need skin sensitivity.
I don't
If
know
your
what it's like
if your
to be-
dopamine releases, then you just be like, I feel good all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
that's what I
You
figured
wouldn't
it'd
be
be
like, you would just be like, man, I feel happy right now.
It's 100% for
You get that
the-
clarity.
Dude, at that point,
Paras and quadriplegics can have brain orgasm.
at that
Oh,
point though,
nice.
shouldn't you just eat chocolate?
They make penis pumps for a reason.
That get
All
that
right.
get that like. I was gonna
Like a
say
bicycle.
something very
it's like-
very
it's like
personal to
something-
my family, but I
Pump,
can't.
but
Yeah,
the
it's not
jam.
About screwed up. Pump up the jam.
Pump,
What
but
a
the jam.
what a hit. I was just thinking that
Cock
there-
ring too.
but you got to get that blood there. So you're saying the pump, and then once you get it there, you got to hold it there. You can tie
Yeah,
it.
being paralyzed won't keep blood from flowing into his penis.
Right.
They're like milking blood into the cock, and
Yeah.
then and then
It's cupping for the penis.
holding the blood hostage in the cock.
So there you go. That's how cupping was invented. Was a penis pump.
I mean,
It's the same fucking thing.
If you
It
tie,
depends on how he's paralyzed. Like if it's a spinal thing, you won't probably get.
Thomas, I bet it
erection.
wasn't from a penis pump. It's probably from the.
well, what if? And you don't even think a blue
the
pill
girl
can get it
version.
hard.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like
Okay.
Blue pill might be able to.
it's interesting.
You just wouldn't feel it.
I don't even think you could rub the prostate because you still have to have those nerves on the
No, you
like
can get-
connected
you can
to
get-
the prostate.
You can get milked being soft.
But could a paraplegic? I believe you. You probably could rub the prostate and totally skeet
I
out
mean,
of your
what-
soft dick.
Does the spinal cord being severed?
I think so. What?
So your spinal cord's severed, right?
Right?
Say
You-
it
you
is.
ain't
But
doing shit.
The body can still.
if you can somehow get blood to get in there,
That's true because
It'll react.
Can it receive the signal?
No.
If you pray about it, maybe.
I really
like
hope I
you
feel
won't
this.
probably get an erection from feeling. But I guess if you can make yourself have one,
Morning wood.
Yeah.
you can probably get
if
one.
you see it happening too, if it's not just a bunch of contraptions, it's actually a woman you're interested into, you could probably phantom it.
And if you have control of your
Phantom
arms, you
it.
can still be like.
Yeah, you could phantom think it like a phantom pain.
yeah, you could
Like-
just move it.
Like
yourself,
if you're missing an arm and you tried to move your arm to scratch your chin, but your arm's gone, like phantom limbs.
No, I'm
Yeah.
thinking like Christopher Reeves.
If you got morning wood, then that could be maybe where a paraplegic got a random boner.
Yeah.
What if he got a random boner and he had no idea, but he was in public? Like you got him in the
guess that could happen.
classroom or on an airplane.
If I was paraplegic, I would have morning wood.
I just wouldn't care. I'm paraplegic.
yeah, Viagra
I'd be
works.
sad about it.
Does it?
Cool.
Nice.
Ejaculation usually is possible with mechanical assistance, like a vibrator,
What the fuck?
though not many will ejaculate inside a vagina.
Oh, man.
Or at least they can still do it.
I mean, you
Yeah,
wouldn't
but if
know.
she's a hard worker, she could get it. Maybe not in a vagina, but I bet she could work it out in a mouth.
Eh.
I don't know what I'm reading about. All about women. Oh, okay. So you can make a pussy wet if she's paraplegic.
Oh, cool.
That's just a body's natural mechanism.
It this paragraph says if she is paralyzed, you can make it wet.
Yeah.
She
Well,
might feel pain, but essentially the same.
What?
I'm reading.
You might feel pain.
But she really won't feel pain. She might feel pain, but she's not really feeling pain. Is that what they're saying? Like
Yeah.
it might be painful to a normal woman, but to a paraplegic, just push through it. She's
So-
not.
she
She's
can't-
not hurting.
She can't fucking feel it.
Yeah, really. It's just bleeding. Man, you sure to get wet.
Oh, you're bleeding down here.
It got wet real fast.
Shit, I didn't know.
Oh, it's not.
They're
that-
saying
it
there's
was-
like-
I was that time of the month 2 weeks ago.
She's like,
They're
oh,
so-
I feel some pain. I'm
so
getting
par-
back to
I don't
normal.
know how we got on topic of paraplegics fucking, but it's possible. You can make it
Okay.
work.
All right.
I want a paraplegic to like school us right now.
Well,
Does anybody know, Thomas, can you find a paraplegic on a dating app and see if she'd be cool with like us asking her questions?
Well, I didn't. I hit X on that one that was in a wheelchair.
Just find her.
I just didn't want to have to push her around.
Thomas, there's a thing called arms.
No, she said she could have sex on her profile, but I just really
did she
didn't.
not? Did she have arms?
She was just paralyzed.
Did she have arms?
Yes.
She pushed herself around.
If you
Yeah, but I would feel like I would have
Do
to
you-
help her in, and I just
do you have a history? I'm honest. Like, can you find her again? Would you?
Probably not,
Could we
no.
not get her on? Like a.
Dude, the odds of me matching with her is like slim to none. It's fine.
Why did you match with her to begin with?
It wasn't a match. It was a swipe.
Oh.
I swiped no because I didn't.
Did you
wanna-
have to think about it at least?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, but really, it was just like, hey, I could hook up with this chick potentially. I was like, that would be cool. And I
You
was
would have done it because she's paraplegic.
right.
You're
Yeah, but then
you're fucking terrible.
how do you feel now that Alex says it would have been pain for her?
I mean, most women feel pain during sex anyway, right?
She'd probably.
Whether it's emotional or physical.
I would imagine she'd probably be happy she felt a little pain. You know what I'm
I
saying?
guess it depends on the
Make sure
person.
if she can feel it.
Some people like whips and chains and stuff.
Dude,
I'm just saying,
a lot
like-
of a lot of women love the pain during that, so it's fine. I don't think they care. Anyways, that was fun talking about the skull and
I don't
bones.
think they like a dry vag.
Definitely not. I don't
You
like
just-
a dry
no,
veg either.
Just
Who
fucking
wants that?
Spit on it.
That doesn't work.
It works for 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Get some jelly, some oil. You're fine.
You don't like jelly.
I don't like to
Dude, that's a
I don't like
yeast.
to eat it.
That's a yeast infection, homie.
All that sugar in there.
You know what I mean.
Jelly.
They make some. They
Some
make
petroleum
jellies.
jelly and toast.
Yes.
Yeah.
They make some stuff that's pretty fine.
And
It's
don't
fine.
do coconut oil.
No,
It's a yeast infection as well. So,
never had one.
all you guys out there, don't be fucking trying to convince your lady to
Yeah.
put coconut oil on herself and then you go down on her and put your dick inside of her. That's bad stuff waiting to happen.
Get a coconut poop, or like a story about the guy sticking his dick in a girl's ass and he screamed and he pulled it out and they were like,
Poop on hand.
so there's a porn. I think I told you about it at work one day. There's a porn set and they were doing anal back in the 90s, and this was before they had like the procedure nailed down.
okay.
the time for anal.
So it's
The
like
90s.
she
I know
didn't
where
clean
this
her.
is
She didn't
going.
clean her ass
She
out.
didn't prepare.
Is this
He's pounding it and he starts screaming, and everyone's like, "Why the fuck is he screaming?" And then they said, when he went to go pee, they said it was a poop noodle.
Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna say corn.
He pounded poop into his dick hole?
Isn't that one of the, like the universal stories that everybody's heard?
Is it? I don't know. Maybe
like Marilyn Manson's rib.
probably in the Mexican joke Thomas told this morning.
Yeah.
This guy. Take your fucking glasses off.
I did.
It was the first time I had heard it when he told me.
Take your fucking glasses off.
I did work.
You can't wear them no more in this fucking room.
I did work with a guy who fucked a girl in the ass, and he said he pulled his dick out and he had a little poop on the helmet, behind the helmet, that little ridge.
Oh, it
behind.
pulls the corn kernel out.
He said he had a
Yeah.
poop.
I
he
think
had-
maybe okay. To his credit, it might have been the corn kernel story that everybody knows.
Okay.
it makes sense. You're
Don't worry, don't say face now. Don't worry about it. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Oh, all right. SpaghettiO's story's legit. It's an Alex original.
Well, that's also the other thing. If
Play-Doh and
if there's
everything.
not poop knocking at the door,
Ugh.
your dick could bring it further because of the plunger effect that a penis has.
Oh my god.
It's
I
just
mean, like
the
you talked before,
anatomy.
it's like a scoop.
Yeah,
It's a
scoops it
scoop.
back. Yeah,
And
And
because
it's, like he says, meant to. You say it.
it's
Yeah.
meant to be a scoop. Do y'all know about the scoop
Yep.
thing?
It's to get rid of other dudes' stuff.
yeah,
Have we talked about this?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
it's an anatomy thing. It's supposed to actually pull the other semens out.
it's supposed to force.
I don't
the,
know how else you're supposed to say it.
Yeah. If
It's,
okay.
it's supposed to create a vacuum where it's like, and
But
sucks
the
them
thing
back
is,
out.
though, is we probably can't do that.
No, I'm
Well,
sure.
yeah, we can. We just don't fuck. We don't all live out in the wild,
Well,
and
no,
there's a
'cause
wild woman out there that
We've
we
been-
all fuck at
Yeah,
once.
but we've been cut. Does it still do the same?
It still does the same. You still have
Yeah.
that head that's
It's
still
the
is
helmet
bigger
head.
behind. It's still small
yeah,
behind
but
the
doesn't
head.
it do some kind of like I don't know how.
That head is shaped as
Yeah.
a point, and it forces the semen behind
No,
it,
but
and then
what
you
about,
scoop
I'm
it
talking
out.
about the
The foreskin.
Yeah,
The foreskin does
it
nothing
doesn't
for you.
do anything for
Yeah,
It's
you.
it
just
doesn't do anything.
all it is just a bunch of nerves, and it's probably honestly it could be extra skin to protect your penis. And your penis head, the sensitive part, goes up into the foreskin,
Yeah.
and it's like a protective sheath, almost like a little bit of body armor.
All right.
It's a sheep. Just let me dock myself real quick. Like, you just stand up. He's like, "Here you go, lady."
All right. And that's,
Well, it comes out when you get hard.
You still got to pull it back.
And
You ever
that's-
seen a dog with a bunch of skin?
No, I don't look.
and that's how.
Anyways.
we went Skull and Bones to
Skull and boners.
lipstick.
Yeah, so
Getting skull and boners.
skull and boners. I mean, hey, I like the
That was
skull and
fun.
bones. I like them. I think I support them. I welcome them in this world. I feel like we need those shadowy societies.
Yeah.
It makes for really interesting stories. It makes for interesting characters. I believe in checks and balances, though. I will say that. I don't feel like I don't believe we need every politician and important person a member of the Skull and Bones. That could
That's
possibly.
why we got the Senate, the House, and the Judiciary.
But
Yeah.
you could technically fill that whole fucking place up with Skull and Bones.
That's what happened to the Judiciary.
They're all corrupt, Chris.
They are all corrupt.
It doesn't matter where they're at. They're all working with each other.
Yep.
It's like when you go to court or whatever, all the lawyers know each other and golf with each other on the weekends. And they get up there and it's all just like, well, I'm trying to do my job better than you. But really, they go get a drink when they're done. They don't fucking care. They're taking your money.
Or that
Yeah.
dude in Salisbury who's just like, I'll get you off a speeding ticket. Just give me $700.
Yeah.
Yep, just play golf for the judge.
Yeah. They don't fucking care. They ain't fighting for you. It's just a
Like,
paycheck.
I take 200. State gets 400, 500, whatever.
No. I think it's the other way around.
Yeah,
He gets
probably.
500, state gets 2. Fines aren't really that big. Anyways,
Yep.
Just be careful if you're out there at Yale. If a
Just go,
very tall, studly football captain looking motherfucker comes up and says that he think you might be interested in joining an exciting club.
My name is Boaz.
Think twice. Be careful what you get yourself
Home
into.
Alone.
You might find yourself in a coffin jacking off around a bunch of dudes.
that doesn't sound too bad.
And who knows what really happens in there. You might be getting paddled and ass fucked. So be careful. Chris, what do you got?
If someone hears this and they're paraplegic, hit us up because I want to know if it's any different than when you sit on the toilet for too long and your legs get all pins and needles.
Dude, it sucks. It sucks walking out of the
You ever try to
bathroom.
get up
Yeah.
and
Dude,
you're
it's
like, whoa,
Might as well be walking on the sun.
I'm a toddler again.
Yeah. It's a struggle.
I'm a toddler again.
Yes.
I've noticed
Oh,
it depends
yeah.
when you're
Tell-
on your
Tell
phone.
us about it.
if you lean more on one leg than the other, then that leg has it worse.
There should be a
And then-
support group for that.
And then when you get your leg
Yeah.
starting to feeling coming back, and then it's all wobbly, you're like, wow.
And the pins and needles and
Yeah,
everything. And you're trying to get
It's
off the
just
toilet
as
that's
bad
too
as
low to
being
the ground.
paralyzed.
I should probably go to Blue Cross Blue Shield, see if they can give me some pension or some kind of money back for that.
Yeah.
Leg numb.
Yeah, you belong in that same room as a paraplegic for sure because of that toilet accident you had. Thomas, what do you got?
Be safe when you're taking a shit, I guess.
Yeah, be safe when you're having sex as well. Apparently,
Yeah.
it could be painful for paraplegics. I heard that. Did everybody else hear that?
Nope.
No.
It was a chirp or something.
Yeah, I heard
We
that.
could possibly go back and listen to it afterwards.
All right, cool.
What do you got for everybody, Alex?
Did you hear about the 7-Eleven conspiracy?
what?
It was a part-time job.
Oh,
All right. Well, Thomas, hit him with that outro, boy.
God. Are you serious? Well, if you like the show, make sure you follow and subscribe to TACT Lab. We're on social media. Yeah. Places like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. We put some videos out on YouTube. We just had a new one come out. Check it out. You can support us at patreon.com/TACTLab. Leave us a feedback, a comment, good review. We're on iTunes, YouTube, wherever. Hit us up. You can also contact us at tactlabpod@gmail.com. It's TACTLABPOD@gmail.com. Just shoot us a line.
Yeah, tell us
Like
what you
it.
think.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh yeah. Oh, and next week we have a movie review episode coming out.
Ooh.
We're doing Santa with Muscles.
Oh, hell yeah. Hulk
It's
Hogan,
free.
right?
It's free on YouTube.
Yeah, and Tubi.